Okay, I'm Thad Shoemaker. This is Haley Shoemaker. We're with Mechatex, and we're going to go ahead and do a clear coat on 3D printed items. Okay, you can use this on most any type of 3D plastic print. It works with pretty much all of them, and it's a two-part setup, basically just mix it up and you apply it. It takes about 12 hours if you're doing a thin coat. If you're doing a thicker coat, it'd take a 24-hour curing time in between. So we're just kind of do the first part. I'll show you how to mix it up. And where's the little stick at? Oh, it's in there. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll show you how to mix it up. And what we'll do is we'll do a thin coat on the trumpet and a thin coat on the Stein, and then give it at least a 12-hour time to cure, and then we'll hopefully do another video showing a second or third coat on this. So first step is to okay, we've got part 1 or part A and part B, and you can see part A's twice the size of part B, so that's basically how the mixing goes. So 2 parts of this for 1 part of this. So basically what I'm going to do, since it looks like we got quite a bit, I'm going to do two cups, 2 of these cups of this part, and then 1 cup of this. That should be my 2-to-1 mixture there. So make sure it's not sealed here. Okay. So I'm going to put it down here. Actually, looks like that may be more than what we need right there. We'll try maybe 1.
30 milliliters.
So that's 30 milliliters. Okay. So we're going to do 30 milliliters of this. So how many would we have to do for the
15.
part B? 15 milliliters. Okay. So go ahead and get all of this out of here. Just make sure I got a good, accurate measurement.
Looks like blue.
Yeah.
Clear.
I think it's just like more of a clear coat paint, a 2-part clear coat paint. This is kind of similar to how you would do automotive paint. Most automotive paints are 2 parts. Okay. So we'll do 15. Hold that right there. Do 15 milliliters of this. So this is probably the hardener right here. Okay.
There.
Right about there, okay. That's for good measure. Okay, and we'll put this in here. And it says to mix for a good 2 minutes, so you get a good thorough mix on it. So we get all the parts, all the hardener mixed in with the clear coat there. Okay.
I think we could have used a smaller container.
Say again?
We could have used a smaller container.
Use a
Because
small.
there's such little in there.
Well, that's good, because we're only going to do a thin coat. If we do a thick coat, it takes twice as long to cure. We want it to cure all the way before we try to do a second coat on it. And we can always add some more, mix some more, but this should be enough to at least do, I think, get a nice thin coat on this. Okay.
Sticky.
Okay, I'm making sure I get all the edges of the container down here so I get a good mixture. Okay. Okay. Let's kind of slide these closer together. That way, if we get any spill, it's just all going to be on the paper towel there. Okay. I'm going to use my brush here to go ahead and clean off my stick. Okay, you can grab your brush too, Haley, and start. Just dip a little bit in there. Okay, also this right here,
Do we just?
yeah, just go ahead and put a thin coat on it. Okay, this, it's going to leave a shiny coat, but just because you see a shiny coat on here, like for instance the cup, it's not designed to drink out of. Okay, these cups that we're making it to fit a can, so you can put a can in there. So basically kind of decorate what you're drinking out of a little bit. Make sure you keep it over the towel there so we don't get it on your clothes. Just going to do a thin coat. And it said if you want a glossy finish, okay, you would, it should leave a glossy finish. If you want more of a matte finish, it tells you to use some sandpaper, some light sandpaper, probably like a 220 grit sandpaper, if you want more of a matte finish versus a glossy finish. And it also says to use multiple coats in the instructions. So the more coats you do on it, the more protected it's going to be and the more glossy it'll be. How's it coming over there, Haley? That looks good, yeah? So I'm going to kind of paint all this. I'm going to hold it by, you can hold yours by the handle. We'll probably do the handle part last, right? Okay. Looks like it's going on pretty good. I've already got the majority of this trumpet coated. Yours is probably a little bit bigger than my trumpet here.
And it's easier. That's why I picked it.
Okay. It looks like I still have, yeah, it looks like we got about the right amount for one thin coat on this. This is the inside of it here too. Okay, yeah, this goes on really nice and smooth. And most of the time your 3D prints are pretty dull, so this is, I think it's going to make it look really nice. Okay, I pretty much got all this one coated here. I'm going to pick it up. And it's real, like I said, it's real easy to see where you don't get, just because 3D prints are typically come out pretty dull looking, unless you have one of the silk. Unless you have one of the silk ones. This also should help take away a lot of the print lines too from our print. That looks pretty good there. Now all I gotta do is get the top part of my trumpet here. So then we're doing a light coat. You don't want to get a lot of runs. If you do try to do too thick a coat, you'll end up with some runs in it. And then you'll definitely have to take some sandpaper. It also says between, and this goes for most any type of painting, to use to kind of scuff it up a little bit in between. It says you can do it in between coats, and I would recommend using like a Scotch-Brite pad or some real fine sandpaper in between coats, as long as you get it completely cured. How's it look, Haley? Okay. Well, the trumpet, you see here, right here, the trumpet, I've got it completely coated now. So I'm going to be at the point where I need to wait for at least 12 hours before I go for a second coat on it. So that's pretty much all we'll talk about on part 1 of our video.